Hi guys, it's Devrhoid Davis from Caribbean Value Investor, and welcome back to another video. In this video I'm going to be putting back up my vision board which I had designed, but I had taken it down, and in this video I'm going to be putting it back up. I'm going to be explaining why I took it down, and I'm also going to be taking you guys through the items that are on it and kind of like why they're on it. If you guys want ideas as to how to actually develop a vision board, then I guess I could write an article about that on Best You Pro International or on devrhoiddavis.com. So hope you guys actually enjoy this video. It's more for documentation purposes, honestly, but I decided I would actually share that whole thing. So my vision board is actually in this package. I had taken my whiteboard from it, and when I took down, I kept the package. So when I took down my vision board, I had placed it in here, and that's so. Let's do the unveiling. For those of you who actually follow me on Instagram at Devrhoid, then you probably already know what my vision board looks like. But for those of you who have never seen it, the grand unveiling. Hold on, let me do it this way. So this was my vision board. It cost a little bit of money to make, and it's a little bit more, I guess you could say, organized than the typical vision board, but it's actually a relatively inexpensive implementation of a vision board, because it really was not that expensive. The most expensive thing was to actually print the photos. I had known exactly what I wanted to put on it, so I just sourced the images and just downloaded and printed them. And this vision board, I actually created it in September of 2016. That's a longer time than I thought, actually, you know. Right, so I'm going to be putting up the vision board now, and then afterwards I'm going to explain why I had taken it down in the first place. Alright, so let's put this up first. So I'm placing it so I'm actually going to be putting up my vision board. I'm going to be putting it on the back of this door. This is the door that I exit through from my home office. I'm going to give you the tour. Place is a mess. It's not normally like that. But it is a mess now because I'm restructuring and all. So this is a door that I see once I'm leaving. So it forces me to see the vision board every morning when I leave. And sometimes even in the evenings when I'm working in the office, because my desk is actually to my left, your right, right over there. So let's get this thing put up. Okay. I'm kind of a neat freak, so I kind of try to get it perfectly aligned. Okay, I guess that will work. I'm going to put this one here. Catch the center one. Like this, these tacks are the hardest things to move. Okay. So let's tack this one. Okay, that one went in rather easily. The tacks are falling. Okay, let's get this one on the edge. then there's one more right here. There was one more tab. There is. So putting in the final tack at the bottom right here. What's funny, you know, is when you actually see some of the items on the vision board, you will have no doubt that it was made in 2016. Alright, so okay, so the vision board is finally up. Now let me explain why I had taken it down. Well, I'm going to zoom in on it later on when I'm going through the items, but at the very top of it, you'll see a quote, or rather a message that says, "Focus first on delivering value, on changing the world for the better. These come last." And those are the material things. So in December of 2016, I believe it was December 20, no. So in December of 2016, 3 months thereabout after making the vision board, I was watching a video from one of my mentors, Evan Carmichael, and in the video he was talking about delivering value, and that's how like you create wealth, and that's how you get the things that you want in life. And it kind of struck a chord with me, because I realized that a lot of the times we tend to aim for the materialistic things. So we aim for the car or the house, or even a huge bank account, but we don't necessarily do so with the thought of, say, changing lives or impacting lives at the very forefront of our minds. And so having come to that realization, I decided that I was going to take down my vision board, focus on delivering value to people, and just keeping that at the forefront of my mind pretty much every day. I guess that's a part of the reason why I took it down. And then another part of the reason was that everything, if you look on the vision board when you're going through the items, you'll notice that all of these things are effectively material things. There is nothing there that speaks to having an impact on somebody else's life, or on the world, or even on the environment. In fact, some of the items, they are terrible for the environment actually. But why? Alright, so given that that's the case, why am I now putting back up my vision board? The reason I'm putting up my vision board is because of something that I saw from Grant Cardone today. Well, yesterday was July 5th. Sorry, July 4th. Today is July 5th. So yesterday, which was July 4th, I saw a video from Grant Cardone. The video was uploaded, I believe, sometime in June, but it's titled "The Real Price of Success." And in it, he explains why it was that he actually went and bought, I think it's a $64 million jet, a G600, a Gulfstream G600. Now, initially when Grant Cardone bought the jet, because we actually did a video and he was taking delivery of it. I think he also did a video of when they went to spec out the jet and all of that, do the painting, or how they wanted it to look and all of that. And my thought at that time, with the thinking of what I realized from Evan Carmichael's video 3 years before, was why would you be spending $64 million on a jet? You could use that $64 million to impact lives, or even to contribute towards your goal, which is to become a billionaire. Grant Cardone's goal is to become a billionaire through his real estate investments and through Cardone Capital. And I thought all the time I was looking in the lens, all the time I was looking in the thingy over there. Alright, never mind. So I thought that just with my level of thinking at the time, that it would have been better had he spent the $64 million to actually acquire some properties, and then a few years down the line he could then liquidate some of them after becoming a billionaire to buy the jet. But his wife in the video, Elena Cardone, Grant Cardone's wife, she was talking about the fact that they spent 13 years without a vacation, that they have been sacrificing for 13 years to actually get to the point where they could give themselves this gift, this trophy for what they had accomplished together and what they had accomplished in their business. And so that kind of drove it home to me that they didn't buy the jet because of status, or because of they just didn't know anything better to do with the money. Knowing Grant Cardone, he had definite options as to other things he could do with the money. But what they did was they gave themselves a trophy for those years of sacrifice. Interestingly, Patrick Bet-David and his wife did something similar. Patrick Bet-David is the CEO of PHP Agency and the founder of Valuetainment. And he also did a video when he was buying or house shopping in, I think it's Dallas. They have their home in Texas. And he said also, he did a video explaining, because these are entrepreneurs with millions of followers. So he did a video explaining why it was that he was spending these hundreds of thousands of US dollars to buy a car. He bought a Rolls Royce, I think it's a Wraith or a Phantom, I'm not sure. Don't quote me on which one it is. But it's blue and it's very pretty. I actually have one on mine, on my vision board. But he did that video to kind of explain, and I'll actually link those videos in the description to kind of explain to you, so you guys can see the before and the after. If you only saw the video when they were taking the delivery or when they were doing the house shopping, you would think that they were frivolous, or they were just people who just have money and don't know what to do with it. But that wasn't the case. They had sacrificed to be able to afford these things at this point in time, and that's why they spent the money when they did to do it. So in my case now, all of these things that I had up were initially there not just to motivate me, but I really wanted them. I really like everything that is on that list. And for me, I continue to sacrifice to build all of my businesses, to build Devrhoid Davis, because I am a businessman, to build Best You Pro International with its goal and its impact to actually change lives and help people become the best version of themselves, and to build Caribbean Value Investor, which aims to actually help people to realize financial freedom. So the things that you will see here, some of them are my trophies, stuff that I intended to acquire 20, 30, 40 years down the line. And so with that said, hopefully with that long-winded explanation, you guys can understand why it is I actually went for my vision board and put it back up on my door. So with that, I guess you guys have heard enough from me, so I'm going to now go behind the camera and show you guys some of the items that are on my vision board. Okay, and trust me, some of these are really out there in terms of the items, but you will judge for yourself. Okay. Alright, so at the center of it is an image that says a house, with a quote that says, "A house that has a library has a soul in it." For those of you who follow me online, you know that the first piece of furniture I bought was my bookcase, and right now I need another one because the amount of books that I have can't hold in the small bookcase that I bought. I actually had it built, so I had it commissioned to be built for a specific reason, at a specific height. I did the design and everything. But yeah, that was the bookcase, and that's why that is at the center of the vision board. And then above it, we have the technologies that I wanted. Oh, here's that quote I was telling you about. So this is what I realized in December of 2016. My vision board was first created in September of 2016, and the realization that I came to and put it on the vision board after 3 months was to focus first on delivering value, on changing the world for the better, and then in so doing I would achieve all of those things. So here is a Samsung Galaxy S7. That's an iBook, a MacBook Pro. That's the Bugatti Chiron, which is now replaced by the Bugatti La Voltaire. That's an Armani suit. Here we have the Rolls-Royce Phantom. Below that is the Ferrari Berlinetta F12. That's a building. I want to have my research center look like that. If you go on Devrhoid.com, you can read more about the Zebra Institute and what it's meant to do. And I'm going continuing with the items that are actually on my vision board. This is the Ferrari F12 Berlinetta. I don't know, I really like that car. I really love cars. If you don't know that about me, you're about to learn that. I really love cars. I even have model cars of some of the cars that I like, but there's something else that I really love that I have a model of, and that's going to be exciting. It's exciting to me, at least. This is the Ferrari 458 Italia, another car that I really like. I should mention Patrick Bet-David has one of these. But I'd liked it long before I had known of Patrick. Let's go on this side. Okay, so this is the Gulfstream G650ER. No, I think that's a G650. You know, at one point I had written down the cost of all of these things, but I think that is a 64. It's $100 and something million for that jet. I'm going to have to look it up, but I know I do remember where I had written it down. I have a blue book called "With Nice Things I Want," and the prices of all of these things are actually in that book. Anyway, the plane probably cost $100 million. This is the concept plane that was used in the movie X-Men Evolution. That is an SR-71 Blackbird. I think that's a modified version of it that they did for the movie. But I first saw the SR-71 Blackbird in the World Book Encyclopedia 10 years ago when I was in 5th form, I think, 6th form. And I instantly fell in love with the plane. In fact, I went to NASA last December, in December of 2018, and I actually got a model of the SR 71 Blackbird. I'm going to show it to you. It's literally on my desk right there. So that's a model of the SR71 Blackbird. I would really like to own one day. The thing about it is that it was designed by Lockheed Martin and they only made 32 of these. It sells for $34 million. Well, it sold for $34 million in 2013 according to Google. Not sure what it sells for now. Oh, while I'm on the desk, say hi to Gamma. I'll explain who Gamma is later, but well, I can tell you now. So Gamma, there's a concept by, and I'm straying, but it's alright. There's a concept by Brian Tracy, the best-selling author on productivity and success, and he has a book called Eat That Frog. So Gamma, which is a Japanese word for frog, is my little frog that is supposed to help me to be more productive. So I always put him on the biggest task that I have to do for the day. I don't always use Gamma, but I do like looking at him. If you're squeamish about frogs, I guess Gamma is not for you. But yeah. Okay, so back to this. Where are we now? Oh, we're moving up. Let me just focusing on this one then. So of course, this is a multi-million-dollar lakeside home. Liked it, love it actually. So I added it to my vision board. This is the yacht called the Blue Ice. You can look it up, but it's a really exotic yacht. Has a whole lot of features and all of these things. I just like it because of the name, and I like the design of it, so it's on my vision board. My yacht will probably be different, but yeah, Blue Ice is over there. Another Armani suit. This one is being worn by the actor that played Hitman. I don't remember what his name is, but yeah, the suit is great, and I guess the guy could also represent my Adonis golden ratio, which is a goal that I had set for myself for the long term. So it would be, those two go together very well. I hear that to a woman, nothing is sexier than a man in a suit. So that was the motivation behind that. Another Armani suit, of course. You already saw the Samsung Galaxy S7. Of course, today I would probably get the S8, or I would still get the S7 just to check it off the list. And then the S8 is not really all that much different. Then you have this is called a modern home. So it's a lot of spaces. It has an infinity pool. It's a lot of glass. If you've watched what's the name of that movie? I think the movie is called Why Him. The guy's house is very similar to this. And he was a software engineer, billionaire software engineer. But anyway, modern home. So I'd like that. And then this is what I envision my home office looking like. So, and that actually completes the list. I already mentioned the Chiron. And let's just scale out so you guys can see the full board again. Yeah, so that was the vision board I designed in 2016, and I'm not going to change it. I was able to keep it safe for 3 years, and quite likely if it does get damaged, I'll just create another one looking just the same, using the same images and so on and so forth. Right, so that basically completes that. Should I have a message for you guys? I don't know. The message is create a vision board, obviously. And then choose your trophies. I'm behind the camera. Right. Okay. Alright, guys. Alright, so that's my vision board. Those are the items. I guess I've explained a little bit of why all of them are there. But I think it wouldn't necessarily be valuable to you if I didn't like leave you with a little lesson of some sort. I guess there would be two things here. The first one would be to actually decide on what your trophies are going to be. For example, for sports stars, they get actual trophies that could be rings that you get from the NBA or the Golden Gloves or whatever it is. Now, in business per se, there is no set trophy that they give a business. So I guess the business owner or the entrepreneur has to decide what his trophies are going to be. And in my case, these were they. Of course, in also bringing home the point of what Grant Cardone did, again I'm going to list those videos in the description, but Grant Cardone's trophy was his G600, and I'm very happy that he has achieved it. I did comment at the time when I saw it congratulating him, but now I can literally celebrate with him. And so that leaves me with the last message, guys. There's nothing wrong with aspiring to own luxury or exotic items, as long as you understand the quote that's at the top, or the principle is that you have to first focus on delivering value, on changing the world, and thereafter everything else will flow. Just think about the largest companies. They affect the most people and they typically have the best products. Apple comes to mind, Dell comes to mind, Microsoft comes to mind, Walmart, Apple, Alibaba, you name it, Facebook, they all, you name it, they all serve billions of people, and they make billions of people, millions of people richer because they exist. That's the intention we have with Caribbean Value Investor. That's the intention I have with Best You Pro International, and that's the intention I have in standing here doing this video. So wish y'all, sorry, I always clap in the videos. So I wish you all a great day, a great year. Today marks the 5th day of, 6th day actually. Today marks the 6th day of the second half of 2019, and last thing I'm going to leave you with is a workbook on how to set goals, and I'm going to list that down in the description. It was inspired by Brian Tracy, who I talked about earlier, but I kind of modified it, and the worksheet or the workbook is actually on Best You Pro International. So just want to thank you guys for watching if you made it this far, and to encourage you to go out, seek those things, seek out your opportunities, and strive to be the best version of yourself. Peace.